I am not saying that it's wrong to be frustrated. I am simply saying that what she said to the students and how she went about it was wrong and damaging. Kasi siguro nag-public school no? Hinagis ng pangako ng eraser Okay lang nang gawin yan pag public school. Yan ba yung sinasabi natin? So I was trying to figure out why so many teachers were really upset with my opinion on the viral video of the teacher speaking to their students the way she did. Now, I realized that this teacher represented a collective frustration of many, many teachers here in the country. First of all, I understand why teachers would be frustrated. One, you are criminally underpaid. I really hate that teachers are so underpaid in the Philippines, and I think it really hampers the future of the next generation and the current generation. If we just invested in education and teachers, I think we will be a more flourishing country. And I'm sorry to the teachers that you are so criminally underpaid despite how hard it is to teach. I recognize how hard it is to be a teacher and handling 50 different emotions and personalities. That's really, really hard to manage, and you have to absorb all their emotions and still be professional. But I can understand how teachers can definitely be frustrated, especially for me. Yung underpaid with all the work that you do, my God. First and foremost, I respect good teachers. Good teachers, ha? And it sucks that so many teachers are not paid properly by our government. But for this teacher that I called out and, expressed my opinion, I am not saying that it's wrong to be frustrated. It wasn't wrong for this teacher to be frustrated at napanu siya. We don't know, by the way, what the students did, We only know what she did. So I am commenting on what she did. I am simply saying that what she said to the students and how she went about it was wrong and damaging. To tell students na wala kayong mapupuntahan sa buhay, wala kayong mararating sa buhay.
Di na nga kayo matalino Sama pa ng ugali. Wala kayong mararating. Ako na nagsasabi sa inyo. Wala kayong lugar sa mundo.
That is damaging, Because what if these students believe that teacher? Paano kung maniwala sila? O nga, wala akong mararating sa buhay. You realize how much power and influence a teacher has over students? That's one teacher towards 50 students. How many of those students are gonna believe na wala talagang mararating sila sa buhay? Because napuno yung teacher na to, and she was probably frustrated in her own right, but how she went about her professional obligation to students as a teacher is what I'm calling out. Her actions and what she said is what I'm calling out. She has every right to feel na napunong-puno na siya ang hirap ng trabahong to. She has every right to feel that way. But she neglected her professional obligation by speaking to students that way. Nasabihin sa estudyante na wala silang mararating sa buhay. That is neglecting your role as a teacher. And this is a role that teachers sign up for. This environment where you have different types of students, how hard it is to manage them, and how hard it is to manage the parents and all different types of personalities. Sige, entitlement. Sige, disrespect. This is the environment that teachers sign up for. I'm not saying you sign up to be disrespected. Just because you're a teacher, it's okay to be disrespected. No. I am saying that when you are a teacher, it is your role and duty to professionally respond to disrespectful students the most professional possible way. And that simply means just you don't damage them further than they already are. Maybe these kids are already damaged because of their parents, because of what they went through. Why will a teacher add to that damage? That is the only thing I am calling out. What is a more professional way of handling that? The teacher can send these disrespectful students to guidance. The teacher can report this type of behavior. The teacher can talk to the parents and try to get to the bottom kung bakit sila ganito. And it's not the role of the teacher to fix these students. It's a role to teacher to try to professionally handle these and manage these students the best possible way. Padala mo sila sa guidance. Suspend mo sila. Report it to the principal. Have a meeting with the parents. Sabihin mo, ganito sila. And if the parents don't respond, well, that's beyond your control na. then that child will head over to that child. But at least you upholded your professional role and obligation as a teacher. You did it the most professional way. You didn't say, wala kang mararating sa buhay. Sa mga estudyante na hinahanap pa kung sino sila sa mundong to. Diba kailangan may marating sa buhay ang mga estudyante? Diba yan ang responsibilidad ng teacher na ituruan ang mga bata para maabot para may marating. Hindi yung siguraduhin or not to help make sure they don't make something of themselves. So that is all I'm saying. Every teacher has the right to be frustrated. It's an incredibly hard job. Respect to good teachers. But this is an incredibly hard job that teachers sign up for. That's it. I've also gotten some responses in the comments saying, ay, wala pa yan. Siguro private school ka, hindi ka siguro nag-public school, Eri, no? Wala ka nga yan sa public school. Hinahagis ng pangako ng eraser, eh. Pinapalo nga ako sa kamay, eh. Kung ano pang sinasabi ka, sinisigawan nga ako, eh. Wala pa yan. So, ang sinasabi nyo ba, pag public school, okay lang na sigawan ka ng teacher? Okay lang na ipahiya ka ng teacher? Okay lang na hagisan ka ng eraser sa mukha? Okay lang nang gawin yan pag public school? Yan ba yung sinasabi natin? At sinasabi nyo din pag private school, ay, dyan natin nire-respeto mga estudyante. Maayos ang pananalita ang mga teacher sa estudyante sa private school. Yan ba yung gusto nating sabihin? So, students don't deserve to be respected and treated properly in a public school? Yan ba yung sinasabi natin? So pag parent ka, sasabihin mo sa anak mo, anak, public school to ha, papayin ka ng teacher, sisigawan ka, hagisan ka ng eraser, tanggapin mo yan dahil ganyan talaga yan pag public school. Are we willing to accept those standards for public schools? All students deserve not to be shamed and not to be hurt and not to be damaged. Don't all parents and our children deserve that? Don't they all deserve that? And just because nangyari sa'yo at tinanggap mo at ganun nangyari for years and years doesn't mean that it's okay. Oh my God, I still remember my teachers. I still remember I still remember how pinahiya ako, how I was spoken to, how I was made to feel small. I remember it. Kausap ko nga si Mayo, like my driver. Kinausap, magang-maga yung kamay ko nun eh. Tapos kung ano pang pinagsasabi sa akin, kailangan pa kami ipabenta ng pulburon. Kung hindi, bagsak ka sa klase. Hey, I'm not saying all teachers are like this, but there are a lot of things that teachers did from the 80s and 90s that it's fair to say that I cannot understand how that helps a student become a better version of themselves. And that's my opinion, huh? Okay? Not to say that teachers deserve to be disrespected, not to say that teachers deserve to be spoken to a certain way, but teachers at the very least need to uphold their professional obligation to not further damage any students. These are kids that need guidance and need to be taught not to be damaged further or shamed further. That's it. Isn't there a better way of disciplining children than throwing erasers at them or shaming them or hurting them or saying really cutting words or making them feel small or not confident about themselves? Kasi ang daming ganun ng 80s and 90s, ang daming nga nagsasabi sa comments, ako nga sinigawan ako, pinaya ako, pinagpapalo ako, pinapop squat ako sa labas hanggat masakit yung mga tuhod ko. Sinisigawan ako sa harap ng kaklase ko. Are these really the best ways to educate or discipline children? Maybe there's a better way of doing all of this with education? Or are we saying that throwing erasers at children, throwing erasers at students, hitting them in their palms, having them squat, making them wear signs of whatever is embarrassing about their shortcomings, are you saying that that definitely was the best way to educate and nurture the next generation of this country, where shame and pain aren't part of educating or disciplining a child? Is it safe to at least assume that that's possible? You guys answer it for yourself. Lastly, here in our community, even if magkaiba yung mga pananaw natin, even if we have different opinions, I believe it's important that we communicate those opinions respectfully, without insult, without putting down the person, without calling the other person names. Just because this is my opinion, I've been called a snowflake, I've been called weak, hindi mo alam yung hirap, hindi mo alam yung sinasabi mo, madali yung buhay mo. Do you guys know me? Kilala nyo ba ako? I came from nothing, dude. I wasn't handed this. I didn't have a trust fund. I wasn't given funds. Everything that I got, this life, I got on my own. You have no idea what I had to overcome to get to this place and how hard I worked to get here. Hindi nyo ako kilala at hindi ko kayo kilala. I'm not calling you names. I'm not assuming I know you. I don't know you guys. I am simply stating my opinion, and I had a very, very clear position in it. But I wasn't insulting or calling any of you names. So please, I only ask that you treat me with the same respect I treat you. And that is a standard that I am upholding for our community. If you do not follow that, then I will of course take proper action to make sure that most and everyone in the community will understand the values and principles we're trying to uphold. And that's it, to communicate respectfully despite different opinions. Okay, we can all try to understand each other as long as we're respectful and we're open to hearing each other's thoughts. Okay? First of all, I'm really happy about the comments compared to the 90% kalbo jokes na tinatapon sa akin for like 2 years. I mean, iba-iba. Pero at least ang daming laman yung mga comments. We are having actual discussions and exchanges. Natutuwa ako dun. You know, I mean, despite it, like mainit, or it could be a little bit, you know, emotionally charged. But it's so much better than trying to talk and then getting 90% kalbo jokes as a response. And I'm glad we're heading that direction. Hey, I'll still make people laugh. That's still a part of me. But this is also a part of me that I would love to share. So thank you to everyone who expressed their opinions respectfully. And for those who didn't, we're going to move forward doing it more respectfully and more openly, in a way where people won't be calling each other names or disrespecting one another. Okay? You guys have a good evening. I hope this is my position on the matter. You are welcome to have positions on the matter regarding this viral issue with the teacher. I respect all your opinions, but this is my position, and I hope you respect mine. Have a good night.